Assalamu alaikum. Prokaryotes. The term prokaryote comes from Greek. Pro means before, and karyom means nut or nucleus. Human cells are eukaryotic, not prokaryotic. Prokaryotic organisms are always unicellular, which means that the organism is one single cell. But looking at humans, we are made of billions of cells, so we are considered multicellular. And all multicellular organisms have eukaryotic cells. An example for prokaryotic cells is bacteria, because the bacteria is an organism made of one cell, and it fulfills all characteristics of life: regulation, responsiveness, metabolism, growth, and reproduction. Although they are very small, bacteria are present in huge numbers, and they are everywhere, even inside your body, as we will see in the microbiology lessons. Prokaryotic cells are divided into two kingdoms, bacteria and archaea. Since they are unicellular, they are microorganisms, so we will discuss them in the microbiology series. We know that every cell has a membrane, but most prokaryotes have an additional tough layer called a cell wall. And the cell wall is different from the cell membrane. The cell wall is tougher, because while the membrane is made of phospholipids, the cell wall is made up of peptidoglycans, which are polymers of sugar and amino acids. They form a network-like layer around the cell. Unlike eukaryotic cells, the prokaryotic cells lack any membrane-enveloped organelles like endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi apparatus, or mitochondria. They even don't have an enveloped nucleus. Instead of a nucleus, the prokaryotic cells contains a nucleoid region. Unlike nucleus, the nucleoid lacks a membrane. That's the reason why they are called prokaryotes. Prokaryotes lack mitochondria. That's why most prokaryotes rely on the membrane for respiration, as it contains enzymes essential for the respiratory process. Since the prokaryote is a single-celled organism, to be able to move, it needs either cilia or flagella, and we will talk about them in detail in future lessons in this series. That was an introduction to the prokaryotes, and we will cover more information about them in the microbiology series. Now let's quickly review the important notes. The prokaryote is an organism made of one cell. It lacks a nucleus. Instead, it has a nucleoid, where the genetic materials are scattered. The prokaryotes lack any of the enveloped organelles which are present in the eukaryotic cells. Because they lack mitochondria, they rely on the membrane for respiration. The two kingdoms prokaryotes are divided into are bacteria and archaea, and they are studied in microbiology. This concludes our discussion about the subject. If you want to test your knowledge by solving the questions, continue the video. We've said that the prokaryotes lack mitochondria, so they respire using special enzymes on their membrane. The prokaryotes have both cell wall and cell membrane. We said that the wall is made up of peptidoglycans, which are polymers of amino acids and sugar. They make a network-like layer around the cell.